What's poppin', ladies and gentlemen? We're here at the RGL Invite Week 4, starting things off with Glove World versus Smile. Hi, my name is Ro here, joined by Mr. MurkScribe. Talk to the people, MurkScribe. What do you see here?
I see, people, six dudes on each team, just wanting to shoot at each other and like win this game really hard. That's what I see. And
Yeah,
let's see who shoots better.
that's usually what it comes down to. We're waiting on one last player. We're also having Mr. Looster, our camera guy, and previously our DJ. He's no longer our DJ because now he's our camera guy.
Okay.
But he'll be back in the future for some more music, so stick around for that. If not for this great game featuring on Team Smile. 404 the Medic, Zaylor on demo, Ash making a comeback on Soldier, one of his roots, Saigai on Pocket, I assume, and then Corsa and Reimu the Scouts. This team is stacked. I see so many wonderful names that I recognize, and I'm just like, yeah, this is a good team.
I mean, it is an excellent team. I'm not quite familiar with, also I'm seeing names like Indus, which I have not, seen in a long, time. Because, I don't know if you remember this, but like, back in the days, like, '06, he kind of lost his motivation a little bit, actually a lot. And like, this was back in Bird Noises S21 2016. And like, he was a very excellent, talented medic, I think possibly beating out Nursey. I mean, if he continued still continued playing to this day, I think he would still maybe he would have the caliber of Nursey like in Froya, but that's just my own opinion. But like later on he just kind of tipped off a little towards the end because Overwatch and that money thing. But he's back, so
Yeah, well, you never truly leave. You can always check out. But yeah, Indus, veteran medic, making his way back into the game. And then over on the other side, we've got Glove World, featuring one of my favorite players. We've got, or no, Indus is on Indus is on Glove World. It's
Glove, okay.
404 who's on Smile.
No. You can
Yeah.
tell that you can tell about who belongs to based on the little smiley face at the end there. I mean, if you haven't noticed, there's 7 people on blue with like
Yes. I finally see this now, and it all makes sense. I just didn't see Indus with the tag either side. He didn't have the he didn't have the smile, so he was like a rogue medic, mercenary medic on either side. But now I'm square. Indust, the medic for Glove World, followed by Vati on demo, Tambo the soldier, Jahan as well, and then Shiny and Phone, my favorite scout buddy. We played on a team like 7 seasons ago.
Okay.
It's been so many seasons ago, I don't even remember.
I mean, he certainly ascended like to the point where now he's playing on a top invite team, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah, he was. I can't remember which team he played on, but back in ESEA's final season of Invite, he was on one of those teams.
All right.
And he was making a name for himself, especially on Sniper, if I recall.
I mean, yeah, to be honest, same could be said for Shiny as well. Like, I, even though I never personally played with Shiny myself, like, I've always, stuck around, like, back in 2016, like, I was playing, like, low, mid, open, and, this was back in early 2017, and, Shiny was also, like, low to mid, open as well, just in his heydays, playing from the bottom and stuff. He's definitely, grinded, in terms of DM and just put in the hours, to get to the point where he is now, and it's just kind of a little mind-boggling to see now,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the game is carrying on amidst the end of the ESCA streak. We have all the players actually now on their appropriate team, and hopefully they'll be starting very shortly here. I'm not familiar with RGL's system. This is my first cast on this RGL season. And I'm actually very interested to see if it's just like really simple or are we gonna see a green text that says matches live? I don't know what's happening, MurkScribe. I'm scared.
I know, no, don't worry about it. I think the time come is when the time is going to come.
Well said. All we can do is wait.
Yeah, I mean, is there any particular players that you're looking out for, by the way? No,
Saigai Corsaphone.
Saigai Corsaphone.
Easy top 3
Okay,
in this game.
I've heard some things about Corsa. He's a very smart player, very experienced as well, and like generally like puts out really good stat lines and everything like that. Getting a lot of kills and stuff. Just that consistency, I would say, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Corsa is that kind of player that just he just hits every shot, dude. I remember when he was 13 playing in Highlander Pug in AHL,
Okay.
and he was a sniper,
You
and
know,
now
you
he's
know,
just like an insane player everywhere he goes, no matter what
yeah.
the game is.
How old is he now? Like 20,
He's in college now. He's a
Okay.
young lad.
And still a
Let's
young guy.
see. Yeah, no, he'd be about
20,
20.
I think 21, 22. I don't know
Actually, yeah,
what.
he'd be 21,
I wonder
22.
what the chat has to say about Corsa's age. Is that? Could I ask the chat?
Let's see if chat has anything to say about Mr. Corsa.
Is Corsa of legal drinking age now?
Yeah, vote now.
All right. Okay. All right. Anyways,
Corsa is timeless. I agree.
um, what about the other people you say that besides Corsa? Like, could you give a little explanation of why you think I should look out for them?
Well, I mean, we actually we said it earlier. Saigai just has that consistency where he can jump, he can hit those nutty shotgun combos. Like he is a DM soldier on steroids, and there's no stopping him.
I mean, and like I've watched several of his streams before, and from his perspective, I'm playing soldier, and it's just like very, very slow, very methodical, like kind of like way that he plays and he aims, especially with the shotgun. And like I would imagine that takes an extreme amount of discipline, to kind of get. Because I love shotgun pocket, but doing it in this heyday and age, it's kind of difficult.
Yeah, it's a very high necessity to jump, and not having those gunboats to reduce the jump damage, very painful. But we're going live here. We're gonna be watching Mr. Vati as he takes his longer jump, gets him through the choke, and a fast bomb from Ash, trying to put on his blaze boots as he walks forward. Does kind of keep Vati at bay. He's taking a little bit of damage here, not really getting healed up by Indus, who's on the completely opposite side, waiting to arrow him up. Finally does pull it off, and Ash is in a great position to jump from the IT area, keeping some eyes on everything here. Tambo, though, going to be able to work his way around, and Sai and Corsa going down is kind of huge here. Big numbers advantage in the hands of Glove World, and the Smiles are out of here. I don't know what I'm going to call these guys. It's kind of weird. The Smile Gang.
The Smile Gang. All right, you can call them the Smile Gang. I mean, all 6 of them are smiling. All right.
They've taken some ground here. Glove World now owning the position of second. Looks like Corsa is actually opting to get a little bit aggressive here in lobby, taking a little bit of heals from 404 to try and get into the face of Jae-hun, who's finally goes down after putting so much damage into the enemy team here. Saigai going to be cleaning up on Shiny and Jay. So now with Glove World sitting in the defensive, they're rushing through the one entrance. Saigai jumps forward, trying to create a little bit of ground here. Phone also playing some nice defense, but gets arrowed by 404. No one going for a back up in the back lines.
I was just looking from the perspective of Corsa, and I don't think he missed a single shot, nor took any damage from him. So, like, he just owned that soldier, like... people are just, people are fearing Corsa right now based on the way that, the enemy team is interacting. Oh, I think they forced as well. Oh, how did that happen?
That was Ash. She was going blazing through the choke. Landed right on top of the crates and then put in 2 good rockets at the end dust. He had to force. There was nothing. No one to play defense, no one to watch anything. And Tambo going for a last-ditch effort play from behind, kind of slowed things down long enough for the rest of Glove World to kind of get into a better position here. They're going to pick up Vati, who just made his way on top of the crates there. Didn't make it out alive. Or no, not Vati. Alex. Vati, the enemy demo man, jumps in, gets down very low, but a little bit of help from Jay. Takes down, this is Reimu. Goes away there, and now Corsa Shiny pushing his way forward here, pushing the players out. And second is once again in the hands of the Glove World squad.
Oh, also, like, I don't know if you noticed this, but, I was under the impression that Sai would, run gunboats, but, this seems to be a signature thing. He ended up rocketing, the people in the lobby as well. I think they're trying to get something out of in lobby.
And Ubers are even now. The Indust had an advantage there for just a little bit, but they didn't quite have the timing to work with it. Even if they did push right away, it was going to be very close before 4 forgot his Uber.
Looks like Corsa is going in a 1v1 as well. I think Shiny ended up dipping out as well, but,
Saigai going down is kind of big. That's an opening for the rest of Glove World, and a sniper shot is trying to come out here at any moment. Reimu rotating left and right. Phone just barrels through, gets right on top of Alex, hits so many pistol shots. The arrows are coming through, and he's distracted long enough, but while that was happening, Shiny pushed in and got piped himself. So once again, a very nice, tight defense coming out from the Smile squad as they make their way out into second here desperately.
Alex is, getting some pain, going up, but, it's like he's eating the push and everything.
Things have stabilized once again. I'm liking this back and forth flow.
I mean,
Curious to see what would happen next. What do you think is like the opening that either team needs?
I don't really. I think it's probably just in a stalemate of just how like evenly matched these two teams are right now. But I don't know. There's just probably probably something on Ash on both the roamers' part, like just some kind of crazy pick that ends up like dropping the medic or something that'll probably like lead the way, for the for something to happen. But like I haven't really seen any extraordinary plays out of the roamer except for Moo ended up getting killed. I'm not sure what happened there, and Jaehyunpei is going for the demo.
Couldn't quite get the air shot though, but did knock him onto the shack. Meanwhile, the rest of Smile Squad just pushed forward into the flank and got a bunch of really crucial picks. It looks like Indust is going to be playing on top of this point once again with at least a little bit of help from Tambo. Psycho goes straight to the point here. It's a lot of damage on the Shiny, who's down low, and the shotgun takes him out. Indust pops it off as well, trying to keep a little bit of defense. Saves someone. I'm not really quite sure why that pop came out, but now they have no Uber and no numbers, so it looks like an easy push in for the rest of the Smile Squad.
I mean, definitely as well. Like...
Oh. Tambo did try to go for a play there, but it didn't quite work out. Not sure why he... I mean, it makes sense to go for the play, but maybe the timing was a little bit off there.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Oh, but the response came in. What do you see here, Tambo?
Tambo?
Not Tambo. MurkScribe.
It's alright,
Tambo was on my screen. He just opened the door inside the forward spawn, and I was really excited because I was like, oh, maybe there's a play from Tambo. But Ash!
Yeah, they're already Ubered in and stuff. And they're already going in deep with that, like with Alex like jumping in. They didn't get anything out of that pick and stuff. I think they were trying to like go for and they ended up getting forcing for some reason as well. I'm not quite too sure why they ended up using, but it just seemed to be that like two Ubers that like they don't really go anywhere. I understood why blue team would try to push off, push out at a small advantage, but the timing, maybe the timing wasn't right. Like they just didn't scan out where they should have gone for.
Now we're in a position where Glove World is taking into mid, even though they had to use an Uber to chase some players out here, putting that at a slight disadvantage. It looks like actually Smile wants to commit to this, and they managed to pick up Phone here on the right side. It's a bomb from Jay though, knocks 4-4 straight into the sky and knocks him out, and Jay is going to make the escape into sewer to get a full health right away. This is really good positioning. No health on the side of Smile. So many players low. Corsa waiting for this pack to load up. Alex is going to be setting up some stickies in the choke, and nobody from any flank whatsoever. It looks like maybe the rest of Glove World is going to be able to push forward here without worrying about any players here on the sidelines. But they got to keep an eye out for any stray bombers. Ash is sitting over by the IT in a good position to maybe go for a bomb here. Gets called out though, and we'll have to back off.
Oh, looks like Moo, like Tambo was trying to go for something, but like Moo just absolutely just crushed and just denied Tambo up in the air, and now I think and now that like Red's got an advantage, they should end a player down as well. I think this is prime time for Red team to go.
Yeah, and it looks like they're taking the ground here. Want to not try and force here. Ash does get, or excuse me, Psy gets piped there, which would be very nice because they won't have to use to take the rest of the second point. They have to decide right now if they want to push with their numbers advantage while they're waiting for the respawn, or just once again kind of set things up and try and find an opening moving forward here. And as they do, they actually kind of send a quick scouting party. Tambo jumped around and Shiny just peeked through the entrance. They make their way back out. Nothing gained, nothing lost. But Corsa is antsy, and so is Psy Guy. They're moving forward and picking up Shiny, who just lingered into the lobby for just a moment. Got punished for it. Woo.
Oh, I don't know what just happened there. I wonder how did Ash ended up dying, but yeah.
He made his way through one of the entrances, and now Tambo's going for his own play.
That
was sentry.
that was absolutely hilarious. Just Tambo like just being waltzed up in the air like that. I wonder if Tambo was aware that like there was an NG level 2 sentry gun at last, but now they know.
Yeah, what I think happened is earlier when they did that little scouting party, they saw the sentry was on the right side, so Tambo probably assumed that the engineer was keeping it where it was. But part of what makes, engineer specifically really good is being able to move your buildings so that the enemy team doesn't have any information to work around. If the engineer was still on the right side, Tambo had a free reign to jump in on the left side, but it didn't work out.
Also, like I think just Tambo just preemptively just shot at rockets. I think like this is like hindsight level 2020 from Tambo right there, like just preemptively shooting the rockets. And he's right on the money as well, because there is a spy from Ash right now. I think he switched off, knowing though like that like Tambo like had guns. Okay.
Ooh. Quick little sniper shots going back and forth here. I hear headshots, and it's Phone lining up another one onto Ash, who's on the right side here. Tambo also keeping a tight rein on their lobby so that the sniper can get some free room, but not working out. Jay actually managed to get a lot of room here in rollout. There is actually an entire opening inside of this the one room here where the shutter's held. Let's see if he gets it.
Phone, how would you say that, based on your personal experiences with him, how would Phone is, with sniper class?
Oh, he's waiting so patiently to take that shot into Ash, but Ash plays the angle just right, and Phone will have to rotate out here.
How would you say Phone is, by the way, on sniper? Like,
That's one of the things I remember him for in the last season of ESCA. He was competing with the top dogs. I've known him as a scout. I haven't really seen him. I didn't see him as much of a sniper until this previous season that happened, and he's pretty good.
Okay. I mean, hopefully
we'll see it right here. Watch.
I don't know headshots yet, but I think blue team is making it very difficult for him to land anything right now.
And the sentry positioning is so good because one of the ways that you can kind of punish the defending team here is with a sniper. They kind of have to group up beside the point. Rainbow actually gets picked off here, trying to peek forward here, so that's going to be a very good opportunity for the rest of Glove World to find an opening. The positioning of this defensive team, when they have to play around a sniper, puts them vulnerable because of this engineer. They can definitely make it work.
Alright, it looks like Alex, landed a double pipe on taking down both the sniper and scout. So this is really good defensive positioning, I would say, from from the blue, just not giving them any. And Alex gets bombed, and Tambo tries to do something. He ended up getting nothing out of it, but that was just really good, solid play, defensive play from the blue team. Just not even giving like an opportunity like for the sniper to get anything.
Yeah, I managed to push him back just enough, and Phone opted to go into the respawn, come back up as oh no, I think he was piped, so he's just respawned naturally as scout. So now we're in a rotation of a change of scenery, you could say, but same shit, different day. We're even Ubers, waiting for someone to get an opening. Oh, Shiny's just standing perfectly still. Almost gets piped out there. Isn't this lovely, MurkScribe? Don't you just love it?
I love 13 minutes of no one winning. Yes, this is my favorite thing in the world. How much longer after this half? What, 30 minutes more of this?
This is an opening. See, look at this. Look at all the ground that Jay's gotten, and he picked off Ash in the process. Gonna get bullied out here by Psy Guy, but he overcommits a little bit. Did manage to pick up Jay, but didn't get punished for it.
I should eat my words for this, for what I just said.
See, that's the secret, MurkScribe. We pretend nothing's happening, and then something happens. It's a curse. Boy, it sure would suck if Indust kept his Uber this entire round.
Oops, he dropped. Oh no, not yet. Oh, he might actually drop, due to Jihyun Pei actually going off class as a spy right now.
Oh, but Alex is kind of venturing. Okay, never mind. There's a big bomb, though, from Psy, trying to catch anyone who's a little more extended on that choke. Doesn't cut it, though. Phone also keeping an eye on this IT. What do you see, MurkScribe? I heard a... Oh.
I wonder if they're aware that, if they have like that invite game sense to like signal out whether or not they if there's a spy or not. I don't think they're quite aware though right now. I think I think the spy is doing that little like that kind of play where he disguises as a sniper, right? And they're off.
Yep. But he didn't fire a shot, so there's no way to. Oh!
I don't think they even know. I don't think they're aware.
Just decloak, just go for it, dude. 4-4 is blind.
Absolutely. Right. Oh, I think he's a little aware. I think he might know. Oh.
Okay.
This is just heartbreaking to see, right? Not heartbreaking, but like
Yeah. Jay needs to just get on top of the point and then dive bomb 4-4. There's no other way.
They should probably send a sack in just to like distract, like get down.
Yeah. 4-4 is antsy though. He feels it. He's got Highlander background, and I could talk about that in length. But basically, he does have that little bit of that spy sense still in him, so it's probably gonna work out.
Oh, there goes the stack from Tambo. I think Jian, bring out your pistol. You can go for it. Oh. I wonder if they forced because of the spy or because of the soldier. I think it was mostly the soldier that was.
It was the spy. Indus did not force at first, but then the decloak and a couple pepper shots did manage to spook 4-4 enough, so they managed to push their way into choke, get this counter force off. But Indus does not have the distance to cover, and so they're gonna have to back off here and get caught out here by a nice little flank play. And actually, Corsa takes all the credit, even though it was Ash and Reimu pushing in through IT. So a very nice sledgehammer Corsa is what it comes down to.
Corsa just again like just doing a lot of the work and just being just consistent guy who just never misses a shot. And there again, just going out taking down the soldier as well. I think he's gonna absolutely ounce the scout as well next. Yeah, this guy is just some kind of guy that you cannot like push around. He is no slouch when it comes to scout.
You got that right, and now significant advantage in their hands. They're working their way forward through this rollout, not even worrying about anything. They're cutting things off on the right side. Pop comes off from Indus, and they're locking out to the right side. Tambo goes down, but there's so many stickies on point, and they're not getting any presence whatsoever, and they've actually lost second because of Jay, who delayed long enough. The Cap's going to be finishing off here. They're going to have to play off number advantage alone if they want to make their way in. Of course, they're very low on HP, going to have to get aired up here. They're making their way in through the left side. Sai initiates onto Phone. Phone dances with ease and stays alive, going to be rotating around. The scouts are trying to rotate back through the spawn, but the pressure is still on. They're getting time on the point here. No one's going to get forced off, but Ash in the back line is going to be putting a lot of pressure onto the medic. We do see a force come out from Indust, who's now making his way around. Can't flash anyone to get in. It's just going to be Jay who picks up Ash in the back lines. So it looks like overall that was a much better exchange for the Smile squad, because now they have a significant advantage and their respawn will be up right as they get it.
This could be the thing that after 15, 14 minutes of just back and forth, maybe this is now it is significant of an advantage where they can finally play off of this, and I hope Smiley Gang at least gets around for themselves this moment.
Yeah, it looks like the opportunity is there.
Okay, and
Alex jumps in. He does manage to lock out this left side, put some stickies all over the place, but they got to get the cap time if they're going to commit to this. Tambo jumps in from the flank, and Jay also keeping a little close eye from the lobby route, trying to cut them off if they escape that way, but they decided to go out through the rollout, not getting anything out of it. Now they have a full advantage, and Glove World has nothing to fear. They're walking forward, but Saigai just bullies his way through, kills the Debo Man, and that's going to be a huge pick for them later on in this fight. We'll see what they try and make happen here. Corsa gets pistoled down by Phone, gets his revenge, and the cap goes to Glove World. No respawns. Saigai does manage to get his forwards.
Oh boy.
Ash.
Tambo's going in.
A lot of fights going in left and right.
Yes.
A lot of players trying to initiate. Tambo finally does make the commitment with a little bit of help from Jay, who managed to pick off poor Reimu. Alex tries to jump, but misses his sticky and gets hammered down by the Phone. Looks like nothing left. Bati a little bit overextended here. Does get punished for pushing too forward, and Jay also waiting for ammo. Does manage to finally find a mini ammo pack. Phone keeping up the pressure just so that they can keep the players out while they finish off this cap. But that might have been not enough, because with the number advantage, it's possible that, yeah, it looks like Smile wants to commit to this.
Yeah, by the way, I don't know if you noticed this, but then my side guy was just like, like pumping out the, the damage on the shotgun and stuff like that. And like, I don't know, that just impresses me. Like, just the fact. Ah, did you just see that?
I
This
heard
just
it.
ended up just dropping in that situation. I don't know what led happened, but I think it was just like a combination of just damage clumping up to him. Oh, this is gonna be a yikes. Oh no.
I think that my assumption is it was a blind direct pipe. I doubt it was a roller kill, because that would be actually that's par for the course. Not par for the course for Indus. That's par for the course for 404.
Was he like 150? Was it Indus like 150?
No, he had to have been like just barely chipped down to below 90 or something, and then just took a random blind pipe. Like that's the only way it could have happened.
Okay. I don't know, because like there's like moments. I'm not like medic mate myself, but there's definitely moments where like there's situations where like like you're 150 and all of a sudden you end up dropping. Anyways, they ended up going in with their Uber and stuff, getting down to Sentry but nothing else.
Yeah, Sai just puts himself right into the face of Shiny and dies for his efforts. They're kind of slowing this down. Shiny's in a bit of a bind. He has to watch out for the soldier above, and that gives an opening for Corsa to just run in, clean him up for good. Reimu now dancing around the point here. Jay low on health, gets arrowed, but no ammo once again. Gotta manage that ammo a little bit better. And Smile Squad picks up their first round win.
That was like 20 minutes of just back and forth nonsense, but not like finally Smile Gang gets a point. This seems to be like a really just really close match that we're gonna have here tonight.
Going to this next mid, Alex once again a little bit slower, waiting patiently for that heal. I'm keeping an eye on Jay. He looks like he's in the right position to go for a bomb here. He does go straight up, wraps around, lands in sewer, but doesn't really meet up with the rest of his squad. Meanwhile, Saigai is making a full rotation, got eyes on Indust, gonna try and wrap around. Indust desperate to get away, and we'll be meeting up with the rest of the squad. Saigai, the only player left alive, he's waiting very patiently inside this IT, and they know he exists somewhere behind them.
I think Sai's just for the moment right now, like I think he's like maybe gonna try to go for a player or something. She's sitting there like in IT right now. Got scouted out. I don't think he's gonna get anything with this.
Don't sell him short. Okay, no, he's out. There's no way. There, finally. Tambo decides, I'm not gonna roll out and meet up with the rest of my team. I'm gonna help. My good friend Phone.
In a situation like that, like if you're just facing a scout like that, with no hit scan as well, you're just gonna lose that regardless.
So we're going into a pretty free push here. MurkScribe, walk us through it.
Walk us through it. Okay, looks like Shiny's getting into as well. Going for the heavy and something like that. Doesn't really end up getting much of it as well as there's still an SG level 3 on the right. The push doesn't seem to work out, but Tambo's going in from behind. Dodging that that layer of stickies from behind. This seems to be okay. I eat my words.
It doesn't take much to win last on process. I say this like, I think I've said this every single cast.
Yeah,
you play the point and you win the game.
I mean, I guess I should eat my words as well, because even though Shiny didn't get any kills off, they gained left control of it. So I think that warranted enough for them to be able to win like that. But with Tambo as well making good plays, directing eyes. Alright, what's going on right now?
Well, I saw a really high bomb coming out from Sai, and it led to nothing, and all of a sudden, Glove World has every single kill in the game. And we see Smile Squad desperate to get out, but a cutoff from Jay is going to juggle all these players. What an incredible bomb from those soldiers, so coordinated, and they both lived. Well, Jay actually died, but he traded.
I don't know if you saw this, but I was just looking at the POV of Sai again, where like he just did this thing where he went back to his NT. Like, this time he made an actual really sneaky play, but he just got instantly denied by one of the scouts. But now Red Team has a huge advantage right now. So this could be a round win for the Red Team again if they just play by the point or something.
There's potential here. And they're keeping the momentum. That's a big part of how one of these teams can edge out a victory, is that momentum. And right now, it's in Glove World's hands. They got to keep an eye out for any weary sticky traps. Forces, gotta watch out for the sentry gun on the right side. They're getting their Uber ready. Shiny leads it off. Body tries to go for a bomb straight into the gun. It goes down. Quick rotation from course to go onto the heavy class. He's gonna be keeping an eye out from the left side, and the Uber didn't get any ground.
I think they ended up focusing down the body, like focusing down the heavy as well, but instantly getting destroyed for that. This push is looking like it's not going down well as well. Like all team members as well, just getting instantly touched. Oh. Oh no.
Nice pipe to clean it up though, finish it off so that there's no cheeky 1v4 between the two scouts.
I mean, I wish I had invite, player game sense and knowledge to be able to just, figure out what went wrong, but it just went wrong.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it all came down to not getting some ground with your squad. You send in only 2 people with your Uber with a full advantage. You need to get ground and process, otherwise there's no other way you can get the rest of your team in. And as a result, they just kind of bled. They leaked players one by one.
Yeah.
And now we see once again, they didn't really, despite the really good defense, finally, Smile Squad is actually committing to this. Saiga getting a ton of kills and a lot of extra damage, followed up by Ash and Reimu, picking up 4 players total. It's just Tambo and Vati. Vati at the choke, and Tambo from underneath. He goes straight for the kill, but gets piped. Alex is on top of it tonight. I don't think I've seen him miss a single pipe.
I mean, that's what happens when you're playing, when you're invite demo, top invite, and you also have the Iron Bomb as well. Like, you just do not miss,
Pretty much.
Same applies to all of these players as well, they don't miss.
And we'll see what kind of shots will be coming up into this next push. Full Uber advantage. Smile Squad are not going to let themselves fall. They want to edge out a victory with 5 minutes on the clock. They've got the Uber. They're pushing in through trash outside of sewer, creating a lot of ground for themselves, but not really making it work because they got to worry about Phone, who's on the sniper. The perfect counter to the trash push from sewer. And it looks like they're going to get 1 kill here with the winger coming out from Reimu, and Phone will be retreating here, swapping off to the heavy, getting ready for this defense. They have it delayed long enough. Just the presence alone delayed so that they have the Uber, and this push is going to be going into the head first Uber of Indus, who's now chasing players in through the rollout and through the ramps, the shutters, and it scared out Smile Squad entirely.
Yeah, definitely would. I think there was the force that happened earlier, or they didn't seem to get much out of it as well. I wonder who forced them or something.
I think they were just really committed to the idea that they still had advantage, but they definitely didn't, and that's what caused them to use early. They just hoped they were going to get the ground.
I think but there seems to be there's small advantage that Blue is having, so I think they're probably going to push off of that, knowing that they're the kind of these players to take advantage of the smallest little things.
Actually, no, Reimu swapped to sniper, so she's going to be doing something else here, as we see these Ubers are going to be evening out. What are your favorite angles here? Reimu's playing a really awkward one. They're playing the super elongated, bait them into the room, but any good player knows not to peek past that doorway. Tambo's not going to commit to it, I don't think.
Usually go into process, like your third angle of 3 or 4 is usually the best option for snipers, especially if you're on the offensive. But I would imagine that Mindus is playing behind. Yeah, see that kind of positioning. It's going to be extremely difficult for really Reimu to get any kind of significant pick, unless he just dives deep into it, takes a risk.
Tambo's actually in a great position to push forward here. He's got eyes on Ash, trying to make his way through the shutter. But backs off here. Once again, some rotation happening around this lobby. They want Reimu to get the eyes on someone on the left side here, but they lose Saigai to Jay, who made his way through the rollout. Gets a Zero, and is going to be going in for a play at any moment here. I could feel it, but no, he backs off. Ooh. Okay, it looks like Reimu might want to commit to a very deep push into the one, but no, they back off here. The scouting from Corsa said this is not the location. We got to move things around here.
Looks like Moo is trying to get into something as well, like toward his angle. I think there's an opening for Moo now. Moo goes for it and drops the medic. That was a push that he needed. That was an excellent pick from Mu right there. Took the gamble, you know, and it worked out for them.
Kind of insane.
Yeah,
Not gonna lie.
Really clutch. Not gonna lie. It's like I think this is probably this is a guarantee win for the team right now as well. Excellent play from Mu right there.
Yeah, very careful, very methodical, very slow last push. They got the pick and instantly Ubered, but then they played every single thing after that very slowly. They didn't quite have the numbers because they somehow lost 2 players during that exchange, but slow grind, managed to pull off the final victory.
I mean,
MurkScribe, take us to this mid.
Alright, okay, so like looks like you know, demo, like, you know, they rolled out to mid and now there's just like nothing really going on, you know, people scouts are on top of each other. Okay, Soldier's going for a really deep bomb, Tambo just going in deep. Not getting much, but like, you know, directing eyes away from it. Corso also managing really fucking up with the demo as well, and finally gets him as well. Okay. Yeah, there's just like a big like sprawl fight, crossfight right now going on. I don't know who really won that, to be honest. Blue? What'd you say? I mean, it was.
Yeah, I think
like,
because they're about to capture the midpoint.
Yeah,
that's
true. Yeah, that's true.
But it definitely was back and forth constantly.
I mean, what I saw, one thing that I noted as well was probably like the bomb that Tambo went for probably was a really good pick as well because like he diverted eyes away. You know, both the soldiers and the scouts were looking at him. But I don't think that was still a mech because Corso just like ended up just pouncing on the demo, just singling him out. And just like the after fight after the mid side was very good. Body going in and just ended up getting picked as well, and Indus with 16 health. He ends up living as well. Oh, I eat my words for that. Indus ends up dying as well. Half time, yeah. I think they were just pretty much were they, you know, just grinding for the stats, you know, building up their stats and everything.
Precisely.
Okay.
Not much else to it. So the match page is still broken for me on RGL's page.
So there's no logs. There's no logs that shows.
If Looster has it, then Looster's got it, but I literally cannot see it. Service unavailable. Thanks, Tragic.
That is a bummer.
But we can't see the logs because we use logs.tf. It's not on the website. So we're gonna use these logs to establish top damage.
Oh wow! You know, like if I'm looking at the stats right now, you know, Psy guy is pumping out 326 DPM, you know, just doing massive damage right there. But you know, I think probably due to the fact that he was also getting, you know, 27% heals as well from the medic as well. But he was doing a lot with it as well. Like, you know, he was just like, you know, he was just, I don't know, like based on what he was looking for, like he was just really putting the scouts in a scramble and everything like that. And it just kind of like made like Psy really just a force to reckon with. Like, just like he was just pumping out a lot of damage as well, you know. Anyone else you kind of noticed really popped off to you? You know, just looking at the logs and stuff.
Well, what's weird is I remember a lot of Alex's kills, but when you look at his stats, he's got 1 air shot, you know, below average damage, 12 and 9. It's weird because in the game he was getting those crucial picks with the pipe spam, with the iron bomber.
I mean, so like if that's the case, if what you observe and what you observe as logs, you know, then you can't really, then it doesn't really matter, and you know, because you know what matters at the end of the day is that, you know, okay, what really matters is just the impact plays and stuff like that, you know. And like even though I was really impressed by what Corso did, and like, you know, maybe that was just me focusing on him a little too much. You know, but I just felt that, you know, Corso was, you know, doing pretty well for himself as well, like just getting like kind of just playing that little bit of that wall, you feel, you know.
Sorry, I'm having a discussion with our tech support, Looster. For some reason, I cannot connect back to the server. That apparently restarted at the half, but he can.
Is there going to be another second half as well, another 30-minute? Not quite familiar with the way that the RGL rule set is, but
I think because there's a halftime. Apparently we're broken. Oh, I got 3 bars this time now, Looster.
Okay. I'm just looking at I'm just looking at these stats. I'm a little surprised by how low everybody's DPM, but it doesn't really matter though, because again, it was like a back and forth
It was a
constant,
stalemate,
a
yeah.
lot of stalemates, but I felt that Corso had a lot of presence, and Campbell as well. I felt like even though even though he didn't do too hot, looking at the stats, I mean I felt like he made some really key plays, for example, getting that ground from behind left, and just making that space for the team, and diverting the eyes away, getting the demo and the soldier as well, um
Mhm.
this is just a really back and forth play, I would say. Both teams are just really putting in their all, and these are these are top notch caliber plays, and players as well. I mean,
We can
even
also look at the heal distribution here.
yeah.
Body took up 24%
I mean,
of the.
you gotta look outside, guys. 27% heals, almost 10k heal. But he was doing a lot with it. He ended up top damaging as well. I think he did a lot though with the heals and stuff.
Mhm.
Well, Moo, even she's kind of the outliers in terms of this, um, in terms of damage output. There's a few key plays that she made that ended up winning, the team the round. So, I don't think there's really any bad performances from any of these players. Would you say, right? No. Okay, you digress. Okay, who's the
No,
bad?
it's because like you said, the DPM on Reimu looks bad, and that's just the life of a stalematey game where all you do is clean up a lot of kills, not really making room.
There
Because
were
that's all Corsa does. Corsa makes the room, gets the frags, gets the damage, and Reimu gets what she can. So
okay.
not really much to say. No one's really underperforming here, I don't think.
I don't think anyone's really doing super exceptional though as well. Even despite Sai getting 300 DPM, I don't think there was really anything that I've noticed from Sai doing anything super significant. I think he played his role very well, but I don't think he made a bunch of key plays, which I would say, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We do see that we are going to be able to go live here shortly, folks.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh, do you have server info? I
yes,
don't
it's
think
the
I.
same. It's the same info. It's just for some reason not working.
Okay.
But I can walk us through while you're getting connected. First mid, we do see Vadi lagging his way through the choke. I hope it's also on your screens too.
I'm just connected to the server, so you gotta carry my back right now at this moment.
Yeah, I'm on it. We got a very quick Ash trying to make his way in the back lines, but the rest of Glove World are going to take full advantage of the numbers and rush forward, but Jay gets taken down immediately. Tambo waits for an arrow, gets arrowed up. Ash making the full rotation through the sewer into the face of Phone, wraps around to finish off Indus with a little help from the bomb coming out from Sai, but it was actually Corso who got the final frag, but if Corso wasn't there to shoot Indus, it definitely was, or yeah. Indus was going to get killed by the rocket from Ash, regardless. So now full Uber advantage in the hands of the Smile Squad. They are currently sitting on. I've already forgotten who is leading. Smile Squad is leading 2-1. So they're already in a great position to lengthen the lead.
And on phone, bringing out the sniper as well. Maybe I think looking through 5 or something like that lobby just to maybe make a play or something.
Sorry, folks, we're working through some technical issues for our camera guy as the Uber is underway, making their way through the point, gonna get the sentry gun taken out immediately. Corsa rotating left and right, trying to find anyone to shoot, but it's not working out for him, so he's gonna have to rotate once again, a little bit wider out. Meanwhile, the rest of the defensive squad of Glove World have found all these very crucial picks. Alex is trying to go for something here, gets picked off by Tambo, and will go down for his efforts. It's just the scouts alive, Reimu and Corsa, making their way back to the midpoint, while the rest of Glove World retakes second.
I think it was also due to the fact, the reason why, partly why that push didn't work was just Alec, even though he took down the SG and everything, it just wasn't quite working out and stuff. Anyways.
a lot of ground being taken here. And it looks like a good pickup from Jay will enable them to maintain this pressure. Smile Squad can't commit to anything else from this point forward, so they're going to have to back off here. And Tambo actually found a great opportunity to work his way in through the trash of Sewer. Just back off, though. Not going to be able to jump forward here. Too many very defensive positions. But he will be waiting for the rest of the squad to push forward here with full Uber. The Uber right away, which is kind of debatable. But they did manage to get one little pick despite it. And now, no Uber to push into last, and a significant disadvantage. They're going to try to pull off some kind of desperation back cap here. Try and catch out whatever little cracks in the armor there are. What's happening? I'm lost. MurkScribe.
I'm lost. I'm not paying attention as well. You're carrying my back. Okay, alright. Looks like they're leading into the push right now. 4 playing off that 20 out as well. 2 numbers down as well. So finally, I think maybe they're a little hesitant to push off of this right now as well. I think they just got like stuffed really hard by one of the roamers, and I think they ended up calling off the push. That was some really good play. Red got forced somehow for some reason. I'm not quite too sure what happens. Did you see what ended up happening to Indus that led him to getting forced?
You know, the mind of a medic is like a black hole in physics. One cannot fathom the way it works and why it works. And so that's what I'm going to say for that Uber.
Okay, that's a very alright. Alright, good enough. Alright. Anyways, they're playing off the ad. I think the blue team is just gaining off the ground, like just the pure fact that they have Uber ad, but like they didn't even end up using the Uber in order to get the point advantage. Alright, now the course is going in, leading in the push.
Woo! Oh. Just missed the tail end of a bomb from Alex, picking off Tambo with an air pipe. It looked beautiful. I don't know if it was on screen because right now Looster's doing some diagnostics on his stream. But right now we do see a really nice air shot, followed by a mid-air kill from Shiny the Scout, able to pick away at Ash. The Uber got forced off though on last, so now Glove World has no Uber and is desperately trying to get some players into the second area. The defensive setup right now is just 1 soldier, 1 scout, 1 demo. And they are managing to lock out a lot of players. Phone and Tambo drop down as they push their way out. So it looks like Glove World has to play defensively on this last while they're waiting desperately for these 8-second respawns. There's not going to be any waiting for the respawns on their side, so it looks like Smile Squad is pushing in aggressively. They're sending their heals in onto the right side here, trying to get a little bit of ground here. Vadi does the quick reload and is able to get a little bit back into the spawn. The cat time is so strong on the point here, they can't get off it. Glove World has sent all their bodies. The Uber's popped off, and now they just need to cap it off. It's so much... so many bodies, so many Ubered players. There's nothing that Glove World can do. So it looks like Smile Squad takes a commanding 3-1 lead going at 5 minutes into this next mid.
Alright. That was some really nice plays, from Blue as well. Like, I think they just really played off the advantage really well and just played consistently. Alex just got instantly mulched, by the way, if you haven't noticed. That was just absolutely brutal play from Blue. Saika just jumping in as well, getting a nice rocket onto the scouts and the combo and everything. But they end up leaving as well, managing to salvage from the bad mid.
So that's the end of this mid. We're going offline and straight into the radio broadcast featuring whoever the fuck this voice is. And it looks like even Ubers from both sides because Indus decided to back out at the end of that mid. So things are looking like a really good time for us to turn off the camera and just see what transpires. We do see Alex kind of getting locked up here in the choke, trying to get a little bit of ground here, trying to get some spam pipes over to the point here. But Indus is a little too far to get nipped at, so things are going to be okay.
I hate to interrupt, but like Ash ended up going to spy. But I think he ended up he's going back on his words. So he's retreating back to his spawn. He already got caught out already with it.
Yeah, not a good time to go spy.
I
on
mean,
this.
I mean,
It could be, but like both teams
I,
are kind of like feeling it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, that's right.
They're
And
gonna
like,
be ready for it. The
I,
medic's not gonna be in position, especially look at Indus right now.
I,
If Ash had jumped into this, he'd be like an idiot right now.
this, I
There's
mean, this,
no way to get Indust
I,
at this position.
yeah, I mean, I think this is like pretty much like with what Jae Hyun Pae did to Indus. Uh, yeah, see, yeah. I don't think this is any like situation for even the Spy or Soldier to get near Indust at all. So
Things are heating up though in the flank. We do see Gloveworld kind of getting a little bit of ground here in IT as well as Sewer. A bomb comes out from Tambo to try to push 4-4 out of it. Doesn't look like it's gonna be anything good there. So we're gonna be returning to these players, putting on their best Doug Trio impression. Meanwhile, Reimu has pulled a full flank in the back line.
Mu ended up getting from behind and forcing the medic as well. That was a really nice play from Mu. Okay.
Yeah.
Now Sai is just going off of it now. Making some room. Now they're retreating in, getting in.
Waiting very patiently to try and get some heals there. Just managed to push out just enough, and somehow there's another flank onto the mid. It's Jay and Phone. Phone down to about half HP. This is going to be a very tight play. We'll see how it transpires for it. One little desperate play from Ash comes to the point and gets killed. So the cap goes off. Phone and Jay are now pushing their way into the second point. Actually, they're rotating back. They're deciding to play the pincer at this choke while 4-4 is coming off a very rough Uber. And then the counter push comes in, picks him off. No escape for the medic. And it looks like Gloveworld is in a great position to finally stabilize and maybe even get some momentum out of this.
Yeah, definitely play. That was some really really nice play from the scouts, I believe. Like just getting from behind as well. Like and like that really ended up changing the situation for them. And now they're gonna have ad as well with this. So this is prime time for for them to push off of this. Okay, it looks like now they're pushing off. Shiny's just finally going in deep, and Ash is making space as well. They still haven't used it. Just going off that surf as well. Yeah, I don't think they didn't even use Uber yet. Yeah, they just immediately got the point as well. Smart play.
All that extra splash damage actually managed to pull off a couple of really key picks there. Shiny getting chip shots on Ash as well as Reimu. So now they have the numbers advantage, still holding on to an Uber advantage, and Jay is desperate to get on top of Saigai, who's going to survive with all of his HP. And it looks like they are going to get their Uber. The respawns are going to be up, but man, Gloveworld turned it from trying to work their way into mid into now owning second and working their way into last at any moment. But it looks like Smile Squad wants to get a little aggressive here inside the lobby. Okay. They trade 1 for 1. Sai for Phone.
I think Himbo might end up getting onto the demo as well now to no avail. The team ended up supporting back into him.
Man, Alex really wants to get in, and Corsa's also clearing the stickies for the rest of his squad to push in forward. Corsa just jumps into the fray, gets shot straight onto the ground, and then backs off. But Jay is deep! Great damage on a 4-4, but one more rocket was all he needed to seal the deal, and he couldn't do it. 4-4 gets the arrow kill, playing that defensive class perfectly, immaculately. Ash goes for a counterplay, gets picked off here by Shiny, playing a very good pocket scout role at this time. We'll see what kind of openings they can get here, but overall, it's just not really a good enough opening for any kind of bomb, because with 4-4 playing so deep in the lobby, so many players around him, it's hard to get a force. So there's not a lot of incentive to push into last for Gloveworld.
Looks like Jihyun Pae as well, going off that sniper. I think he's trying to make something out of it. No, doesn't get the first shot though. Hopefully they're gonna get something out of this sniper play from Jay.
Jay is a force to be reckoned with. He's got that that sniper hat, the lucky shot.
I think Shiny ended up getting caught out though by the blue team. I think Shiny would really trying to go for it. Oh, the counter sack didn't go too well for them, but I mean that's right. I mean it's just the luck of the game. But you just have to put it out there for yourself when when you're counter stacking. You got to get something out of it, to change the wave of the situation right now, since red team is down.
lot of openings available. They're poking and prodding every single entrance they can. Not finding any weaknesses so far. What was that?
Whoa.
Alex just got very aggressive in front of the boiler inside the lobby and almost paid for it, but thankfully he somehow surfed his way out.
This is just another case of just stalemate again. You know, just 16. You know, I think it's so far. You know, I think it's like been nearly an hour just just constant back and forth, just stalemates, just people looking around. But this second half though, things have been going on, but now I think it's just slowly creep back into nothing going on right now. Maybe no, actually I should count my word for it. Alex might get taken down. No, lives with 10 health as well, getting shiny in the process as well.
Yeah, Alex is doing a lot of this. I've been noticing it all game, and Body actually especially. But these demo men like to get aggressive. They like to be in your face, and Body's been punished for it a couple times. But I've yet to see Alex get punished for these aggressive demo, roaming demo type things. He leaves the medic, usually without a buff, almost dies, and somehow survives. But thankfully, we've got something to break the monotony here. But I don't know how well it's going to go. 404 also playing the mind games. I don't know if he knows it, but he can just feel it. He just calls it out when he feels it.
Oh, I didn't just realize it, but Shiny going spy as well.
Yeah, I kind of just talked about it.
Okay, I wasn't even listening. But
it's all good, MurkScribe. It's a slow game. It's late at night. Yeah, I'm kind of tired too, man. But we're looking at a great bomb. Gets the force in the face of a sentry. What a good play. Rather than going for the spy, get the kill, and die, like didn't even get the kill. Like he was never going to get the kill. He went for the sap so that the bomb was free. And they got the force. Saigai, though, desperate to get in here. Indus down to 60 HP after taking some fall damage, and Phone playing a amazing defensive scout. Okay. Still on 20 HP, no heals to his name. What an amazing turn of events for Glove World. They're going to have a perfect opportunity to push here with their numbers, with their Uber. Take it away.
Alright, now Indus is going in, with 11 health, finally pressured off. Shiny's still struggling to take down the sheep, but they finally do. I think they might end up getting the demo as well. This could be a definite win for Red Team. That was an excellent turn of events that just happened right there as well. With the spy, Shiny just getting the crucial play that they needed since they're a round down as well. And also the fact that they managed to gain a lot of ground with the Uber as well. With Shiny just taking a lead and taking that to SG.
Solid turn of events. We're down to the last 15 minutes, and Jay getting an early shot onto Alex, who's desperate, locks himself inside of sewer while the rest of Glove World takes the ground. We'll see if they can keep the pressure on, but they've actually managed to lose Jay in the process. Somehow an amazing, immaculate start, locking out the demo man. Cost them the entire mid. I cannot even comprehend how they lost that mid.
Yeah, I'm not even too sure as well, but it is what it is. And looks like blue team is really aggressive about this fight. It's an even fight though. And I think they just want to go in just because the pressure and the time limit right now. 14 minutes left. So far, it's just been nothing going on right now. And blue retreats, ends up retreating out of it. I think that was just a little bit of desperation play coming from blue. Just wanted to secure, this game right now. And they end up using as well. Alex, being the one to the exchange as well. So far, nothing happening as well. Yeah, that didn't really happen. Oh, Shiny just really punishing and putting Alex into the framework. Mu ended up getting the picks as well. 2 picks into sewer as well. This is very advantageous for blue right now. This is something that could maybe secure them the win right now down to 4. All right. Oh boy, this has been just really rough. Ash they're finally just pushing off the back right now. Not even doing anything. No advantage. Corsa getting the medic as well with only 9 health. This is gonna be crazy for blue. I think this might be the win for them right now. With they're gonna be able to have a huge advantage as well with the 60%. No, 70 more like.
But 4-4 is a little overextended here with his demo man, and Jay is on the hunt, gonna get the hop, skip, and a jump to cut off the escape route, lock him in place with a little bit of a juggle. He's desperate, solo, 1 pistol shot, no! 4-4 escapes with his life. This is absolutely crucial.
This
This is the moment where they win.
This is 7+ years of surfing just paying off for him at this moment right now. You know, it's 10 years later in a dead game, you know, but he still manages to live with 8 health. Alright, now they're pushing off into it. 4-4. I believe in you. Alright, getting off into sewer as well, you know, with Corsa leading into the push as well. You know, they're going for the hounding, they want blood, you know. This is the, you know, advantage for them. One, and like, I want to win and I want to go to bed for myself right now at this moment. And of course, is just hungry to go to bed right now.
Yeah, they're getting a lot of ground here. It looks like they forfeited. They didn't even delay in a good enough way to where Indus definitely has the Uber, because now they've got 8 seconds to work with once this Uber pops. 85% on
they're
Indust.
they're so deep in as well with a 15% Uber added. Well, they're just blocking them out. They're just gaining a crap ton of ground off of this as well. But they end up using it though. You know, these players are ferocious as well. I mean, that 15% add, even if they gained a lot of ground, it wasn't enough for them to.
Okay. Oh, Tambo. Oh, you poor soul.
Oh, is there someone behind right now?
No, he should have done it much faster. He could have done it so much faster and won the game for his team,
man,
but now he's just going to try and get 2 kills here. Gets 1.
Now they gotta go bed at a later time now with Sai, you know, not unable to get onto point for themselves. That the blue team is probably wondering to themselves, man, you know, I can't wait to, you know, take a nice little, you know, sleep for myself.
And now Glove World takes control of mid. Not a lot of pressure. I mean, the scouts are kind of committed here. Might get caught out. Reimu, though, dancing her way through the choke, gets out just in the nick of time. And we'll see what the rest of Glove World can do with this advantage. It's pretty significant. And they've got their J respawn up. He's got full health. They're making their way through sewer, but we've been seeing this time and time again. They work their way through sewer. They walk through trash. They see the enemy team. Nothing happens for like 10 seconds.
Oh, okay. Oh,
but
well,
no, that's not going to happen this time. Body jumps in, locks out
through.
404 with some nice juggling, and picks off Corsa in the process. This is going to be the perfect push for Glove World.
That was an insane, you know, that bomb in for the demo as well, to being able to get 4-4 as well with this. I don't know what's going on in like one though. Oh, Sai making a nice clutch play off of that, getting the scout. Sai's just making a lot of plays right now, just diverting a lot of eyes at the moment. Sai, you know, getting down Shiny as well with his shotgun skills, you know. The shotgun wizard, Sai, getting 2 picks onto the scout and Shiny as well with this. This is that was a really good play from Sai there as well, just, you know, managing to secure 2 kills to like prevent the advantage, you know, from like going in 100%.
It's crazy how much work Sai can put into this game when the chips are all on the table.
I mean,
he pulls it out.
And he's a sole exception. 2019 shotgun pocket, especially on process as well, but he just manages to pull it off. Right, but you know, the red team goes in as well. You know, they're hungry, wanting for blood. You know, security point. I want to get on point for themselves right now. They didn't really get much for themselves though. It seems.
No, they got demo.
Oh, really? Oh, and Shiny just got like Corsa as well. But this could be the round win for. This could be the round. Down the players. I think they tied up now. I think it's I believe, is it 4-4 right now? 3-3 or something, right?
4-3 if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
No, it is 3-3.
Okay. If it goes down to 9 minutes as well, if it like the time runs out, is there like a golden cap or something like that? Like a. All right.
So at this next mid, a lot of damage on the rock as a lot of players try to work their way through. Alex was a little bit disconnected over on the left side, but didn't get punished for it. Tambo bombs in immediately, puts a little bit of pressure onto Alex. Jay follows up, gets the frag, but will not make it out alive, and it looks like a lockout from the soldiers in the choke is going to be an incredibly valuable thing here. Oh, Ash, I really wish you went for the pickaxe, the melee there. Didn't work out for him. Sai still on the cut, still on the chase. Phone not gonna make it out. The hammer is in. Corsa takes them down. Reimu also playing that supportive role, picking up Vati. This is gonna be pretty much the end of this game. I don't see how they can throw away this advantage. They got a full wipe. Jay on the respawn, but they haven't started mid, so that's gonna be just enough of a slowdown that they could pull something off.
This is gonna be a really good situation from, you know, blue team as well. This course is going on a rampage onto the like demo and the medic as well. I think they really just, you know, want to secure this round and this match for themselves right now. You know, with 100%. I hope that Jay gets a pick off of this right now. You know, with, you know, him going to sniper. Up. You know, looks like they just went back to off classes. You know, just to delay as much as possible for the situation. Up.
Uber's in. Sentry goes down instantly. Alex is rotating up top, which I don't know if I agree with. They're going to actually have, this is actually a great thing for them. They're locking out the heavy, so he has to drop down on the ground. And keeping this high ground is actually going to be really pivotal at this post-Uber fight. But they're not getting the frags they need. It's just Alex and the medic alive. 4-4 gets a saw and arrow combo. If he can get one more hit, Alex can play this out. He's going to have to do this MGE 1v1 skill. But Vadi is on the respawn, is going to be able to lock down this point at the very least. But 4-4 getting that Uber Saw is going to create a huge advantage. More than just 25%, because 25 is very hard to push off of. But that Uber Saw makes it much better.
I mean these turn vault players as well, so we're going to take every, if you give them an inch, they'll run a mile with it as well with this. So, this is prime time for them. 50% out as well, and they've been building well for themselves as well. They're now, Corsa, just inching in, scouting out for what's going on right now. And they're going in with it as well. Alex, taking the Uber as well. They take down the SG as well, level 2 on the right. They're getting a bunch of ground with this as well. Try to focus down the heavy. Heavy goes down as well. This is gonna be a really awesome, interesting situation for them as well. Side guy just dishing out the damage as well, even though it goes down for it. This is just stop fighting from now. Alright, it's just a demo to scout, just a demo to wing this out for them. I wonder if this is gonna work out for them. I hope they win it. Corsa. The body goes for it as well. Let's try to save it. No, doesn't work out.
Man, and I wanted to give props. I don't know how I wanted to give these props. Vadi was going to die, but Ash somehow beefed his last rocket. Okay. And so Vadi, who got juggled out of spawn, did not get killed for it. Okay. And maybe because Ash was expecting the demo to be really deep inside the spawn, wanted to get that crack shot, but it didn't work out for them. And so Vadi was able to stay alive, but yeah.
I think these players are hungry, for bedtime. Oh, Jaehyun Pei just going for that insane air shot onto, the demo Alex. This could be, this is just scrappy fighting for them now. But just 2 players remaining from Vadi and Tambo right now. I think Tambo's just trying to inch in, trying to get onto the medic or something. He goes in. Oh, gets arrowed by 4-4. That is an insane arrow from 4-4 right there. But based on the plays that we've seen from getting 2 arrows in a saw, it's just. Typical 4-4 stuff.
Saga did manage to get picked off here while the rest of Glove World was making their way to the ground floor of this mid. They look like they want to fight this. They have the Uber. Smile Squad is going to be committing to this, trying to retake their point, but Jay is ready. He gets the juggle drop combo. 4-4 barely had any time to respond to it. He got launched in the air, couldn't decide if he was in a position to strafe, even though it was a penciled surf, so he could only go straight up in the air. But it was too little too late, and the rocket instantly connected. And then Corsa wins a 1v1 inside of sewer.
Despite the fact that Shani got a health pack advantage, Corsa lives with just 3 health. That is just the power of Corsa right there, that situation. Now this is gonna be a little tough. I don't know how 4-4 is gonna bring back from this. I believe these scores equal as well, right? No.
Currently it's 4-3.
4-3. Okay. So this could be the thing that for Indus that brings back Indus. Sai ends up forcing them onto Indus, putting Red in an unfavorable position into Uber. I don't think they're gonna get anything with this. Oh, Jaehyun Pei going as well, but there's a back cap going on right now, I believe. Yeah, Corsa. This might be the play. This might be it. This might be Corsa might, win this out for the team.
4 seconds left for Vati. Tambo's so fast. He's got the first rocket. Nice juggle. He needs one more hit to make it happen.
No. I think that is a win from. Corsa as well. Bringing. No? Is it okay? It's done for. All right. Well, I think Corsa was just really hungry. Thirsty for sleep. I think he was like, man, it's 12:26 CST. I probably got college papers or something that I do. I don't have time for this. And just with his invite calibers and his mindset, he was just like, I want to go to bed, and just found that moment for him to get onto it. Thoughts? He was hungry to go to bed.
Maybe.
Maybe. I think
I'm just I'm still riding the coattails of that finale, dude.
Okay. it was just a really smart play from Corsa.
I mean, I don't like that's so rare for that to work out the way that did. I mean, Corsa literally capped it with so much time, so much distance between him and Tambo. I don't know. I was like so focused on Corsa's movement and watching him get to last that I didn't even see if Tambo was like inefficient in some way. Because like I just don't know how Tambo was so far behind and didn't go off to just like jump onto the point to delay so that one more player could get in. The long shots I think was the mistake. Because then he ended up having no rockets, and so when he jumped, he didn't have anything that he could use to at least get one more close-range rocket to knock Corsa or anything. I don't know. I think I'm just like so fixated on how denying that last could have been better.
Oh man.
And Corsa played it so immaculately, dude. He played the jukes, he walked back and forth, and he jumped in and did his sledgehammer trademark. One shot, one opportunity to pull off the round.
And then also just I think maybe it was like after the fact that like Corsa won the 1v1 against Shiny, right? And that's what led him to get from behind. So just if that was the case, that was just like a double power play from Corsa. Just winning the 1v1 against Shiny, and then also just getting back and just being with the back cap and just win the 1v2 again. And it was too late for Tambo as well, I think. Or maybe just a miscalculation. Maybe he didn't fire the rocket in time, as you said, right?
Say that very last part again.
He miscalculated his rocket. Maybe.
No, I think he was just like he thought maybe Corsa might have been weak enough that like 2 splash shots from a long range would have been better. I think his best play was one rocket, then jump, and then land on the point so that you can at least delay the cap, and then Corsa is forced to take splash damage pretty much no matter where you aim.
Yeah.
Instead, he fired 2 rockets, probably reloaded, and then jumped. And that was enough for him that like Corsa could just get the point blank meat shot to kill it and then finish the cap.
All right. I mean, it was just a back and forth play from from my ears. It was just it didn't feel really that one. It was a case of like the team, Red and Smiley just out smashing the other team. I think it was just more of like there was just some plays, like it felt like it was mostly like just scouts really just running the game. Like they were the ones to really just push the plays and stuff like that. Like that secured the round. And I think just just Smiley Gang just had situations where they pulled off more of those situations for them. Let's look at oh my god.
We can do the combined log here. I was actually looking at the log from just that first. And one of the things that I thought was interesting about the second half, Corsa pulling off top frags, 285 damage per minute. Saigai and Alex also top in the charts for their team in damage. Like they set the bar. And the closest to it was actually Vadi having an insane game, 18 and 5. Like Vadi did so much in that second half, but it wasn't enough for the rest of his team to pull forward. Jay was 10 and 22, Tambo 10 and 15, Phone not pulling off an even scout game, 12 and 14. Like Vadi stepped up to the plate, but his team was so far behind him.
I mean, it was just like an insane play by the way from Corsa. I felt like he was just doing so much work for the team and everything like that. Especially with that back cap play and just like the fact that he just smashed Shiny and that I don't know, that's just that moment just screamed Corsa to me. Side, if you look at the stats again, Saigai putting out like consistent 300 DPM in the server again. And he wasn't being the tank the most in that situation, but he still did an insane amount of work for what he did. Was there? Do you think there was any like super standout players in during that match, or not so much? It was just more so. What are your thoughts?
I don't know. Everyone had their moment in the sun.
Yeah,
I was disappointed with the snipers, except for the one that killed Indust. I'm gonna assume it was
that was Reimu. That was
Reimu, because Reimu is not on Indust's team. That shot was pretty nice. Because you've only got one shot when you go for that one. You gotta commit, expect to die, and instantly line up that shot. There's a ramp there too, so if like Indust happens to be walking on the ramp, you gotta account for the angles and all that stuff. But she just went in and boom, took him out. and didn't even die. I think Tambo like committed to like try and kill, get the trade at least, and also died because the soldiers were just playing so tight on Reimu.
Okay.
So that sticks out to me. But overall, everyone just had a little bit of everything. Vadi had good kills in the second half. Jay was jumping around sometimes.
It was just a really good, I think, just really good play from everybody. Even though I see Corsa and I feel like he stands up, but Shiny was no slouch either, as well as Phone. They made a bunch of key plays as well. Though though definitely, I think Corsa probably was the top. Just kind of ouncing a little bit to an extent, on the scouts, because I felt like he really had a huge presence. Whenever you saw him playing as scout, and from the perspective of seeing him, it just felt that way. But Shiny and Phone both did phenomenal as well. Really good. Died. I think he ended up top damaging. The whole entire match as well. 313. He did a lot. Even though he was getting tanked a lot as well, he still he put up really good numbers for the team. But he ended up getting caught a lot for it. But he made a lot of space for the team as well. Especially him with that shotgun as well, and that consistency. He just doesn't miss his especially in this day and age where no one really runs shotgun except for maybe say Yite.
But do you have any shoutouts? Actual shoutouts this time, MurkScribe. Who do you want to thank?
All right, shoutouts to Console. Console, look, buddy, man. You gotta show up. You gotta show up. You gotta be the man. You gotta. You gotta show up to.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Am I crashing? Okay. Never mind. Console, I love you, buddy.
There you go. That's a good shout out.
I love you, Console. Kisses for you. All right.
That's a little too far. All right, and let's give a shout out to Looster. Dealing with the I'm really disappointed. I was trying to get more Diglett and Dugtrio references in, but it was kind of forced. I don't know. I felt like we were watching TF2 if it was played by Dugtrio.
Okay. What does that mean?
Because the camera on stream, everyone was halfway in the ground.
All right. Okay.
But yeah, that's going to do it for us, guys. Thank you for hanging out with us. We'll be continuing some more RGL 6s as this season progresses. We'll see how these invite players stack up and who will be walking away with that fat prize pool. My name has been Ro. I've been joined here by MurkScribe. We've got Looster on camera, and now take it away, Looster the DJ.